Want to date a Gold Rush star? Rick Ness shares how he will impress you on first date. Want to date a Gold Rush miner? New mining boss Rick Ness recently shared what he would do to impress you on a first date. He describes what sort of cuisine he prefers to what he is going to wear, to how he is going to impress you on that first date. You may be surprised to discover that Rick Ness is a lot like Fred Flintstone, the prehistoric, cartoon, excavating charmer. How does Rick want to wow you on that first night out? It may be of some surprise to longtime Gold Rush fans, but there is currently a lot of females who are watching the show. This makes sense, as there are so many young, single miners, and these fans want to know about the single Gold Rush miners. Even Krista Doyle, host of The Dirt, gets asked on social media a cornucopia of questions about who the miners are dating. It sounds like Discovery wants to answer some of these same pressing questions. On Valentine's Day, Rick Ness was asked what he would do to impress a woman on a first date, and ladies, he is prepared to impress. The Milwaukee native had no problem describing his idea of a perfect date. First, the Gold Rush star will take you to a restaurant that serves giant slabs of meat. Rick wants to impress you by eating the biggest steak in the place. This alone may weed out any vegetarians, but interest women who have gone paleo. He will continue to impress you by how many beers he can consume after that huge hunk of meat. He will then round off the date by going outside and lifting something heavy. If that doesn't impress you, then you are watching the wrong show. That is not the only way Rick Ness will impress you. When Rick picks you up, will he be wearing a sleeves are for nerds, sleeveless t-shirt, and a baseball hat? Absolutely not. Although he admits he is mostly a t-shirt and jeans kinda guy, he will slip into one of his plain black, short-sleeved, button-down shirts, which serves as his dressy look. Rick leaves the hat at home and likes to grease his hair up into a pretty sweet do. Wow. Despite the numerous rumors that Rick Ness is dating crew member Carla Ann, they are not true. Rick has stated that Carla Ann is like the sister he never had. Odds are, he may confide in Carla Ann about you after that first date. Heck, she may even give him some pointers before that date, because she knows Rick so well. The two have been friends a long time. Carla Ann previously worked with Rick on Parker Schnebel's claim. When Rick became a mining boss, she went to work with him. She is currently working in the gold room, and Freddie Dodge approves. Cowboy Dumplin', Carla Ann's nickname for Freddie, says that she is a hard worker and does a great job with the gold. Carla Ann will also be on the upcoming show, Gold Rush, Parker's Trail, Papua New Guinea. As with the first two editions of the show, she will be along as the wilderness expert. There is sure to be plenty of creepy crawlies and other critters that she has to help Parker and the gold miners avoid. Rick stayed home this time around. Odds are, his arachnophobia kept him in Milwaukee, not in the Southern Hemisphere. In case you are wondering, it doesn't appear that Discovery asked Parker the same first date question as Rick. They may just understand that Schnebel is still nursing a broken heart over his breakup with Aussie girlfriend Ashley Yule last year. Would you be impressed if Rick Ness took you out on a date? Share your opinions in the comment section below. Meanwhile, catch Rick Ness, Carla Ann, Parker Schnebel, and all the Gold Rush crew on Friday nights on Discovery. Georgia Macchiatello has several decades of writing experience, including travel writing, tech writing, art history analysis, and now entertainment writing. She loves to share the latest news on rom-coms and mysteries. Want to date a Gold Rush star? Rick Ness shares how he will impress you on a first date in the world of reality TV. Few shows have captured the wild essence of adventure and the grit of mining like Gold Rush. Over the years, fans have watched as miners fight through the toughest conditions, the coldest winters, and the fiercest competition for their share of gold. One of the standout stars of the show is Rick Ness. Known for his leadership skills, big heart, and dedication to the mining operation, Rick has become a fan favorite. But behind the scenes, he's a lot more than just a tough miner. He's also someone who knows how to make an impression. Rick's reputation as a hardworking and charismatic man extends beyond the gold mines. He's found himself at the center of many conversations, not just for his mining expertise, but for his appeal as a potential partner. So, if you're wondering what it might be like to date Rick Ness, don't just imagine it. He's shared exactly how he'd go about impressing someone on a first date. He's thoughtful and engaged. No funny small talk when you date someone like Rick. While others may try to find their way through awkward silences with standard questions like, "What do you do for fun?" or "What's your favorite food?" Rick prefers a much more meaningful conversation. "I like to learn about people. I want to know what drives them, what their passions are. No one wants to talk about the weather for hours," Rick shares. "The best dates are the ones where you can be open, and the conversation just flows naturally." For Rick, it's about connection. If you're lucky enough to share a first date with him, expect a genuine conversation where you can talk about your hopes, dreams, and everything in between. Rick believes that authenticity is key, and he's all about diving deep into what makes someone tick, rather than relying on surface-level exchanges. A sense of humor goes a long way. The tough miner persona that fans see on Gold Rush doesn't overshadow Rick's playful and lighthearted side. Despite working in one of the most challenging environments on the planet, Rick knows how to laugh and joke around. And when it comes to dating, humor plays a big role. Rick says, "Laughter can break the ice in the most unexpected ways. A good laugh is one of the easiest ways to make a connection with someone. Plus, life is too short to take too seriously all the time." Whether it's a clever joke, a funny observation, or just sharing a laugh over a silly moment, Rick has the ability to make someone feel at ease. His ability to laugh off stressful situations in the mines transfers over into his personal life, ensuring that his dates are filled with lightness and joy. Rick Ness knows how to be a gentleman. Rick's reputation as a hardworking, tough-as-nails miner may not immediately scream gentleman, but don't let that fool you. When it comes to impressing on a date, Rick values the importance of being polite, respectful, and kind. He knows how to treat his date with respect and isn't shy about showing appreciation. "I think the little things matter," he explains. Opening a door, offering to help, asking if she's comfortable, or just letting her know that I'm genuinely interested in her. That's something that shouldn't be overlooked. Rick's thoughtful gestures aren't just about grand romantic gestures. They come in the form of his attentiveness and consideration for his date's needs. Whether it's making sure you're having a good time or picking a spot he thinks you'll love, Rick will ensure that every aspect of the date is about you. The outdoorsy, adventurous date you won't find Rick sticking to typical dinner and the movie dates. Being from the world of Gold Rush, Rick thrives in the outdoors, and his idea of an ideal date involves adventure. There's nothing like getting outside, being active, and doing something a little different, Rick shares. It could be anything from hiking to camping, or even just grabbing a coffee and walking around a beautiful park. Being outside makes for the best kind of date in my book. Rick's adventurous side is a great bonus for those who love the outdoors or who want to get out of their comfort zone. For Rick, adventure isn't about extreme risks. It's about enjoying the simplicity of nature, having meaningful conversations, and making memories. Rick's commitment to hard work as a star of Gold Rush. Rick is no stranger to hard work. Whether he's operating heavy machinery, leading a crew, or overseeing the daily operations of a gold mining operation, Rick knows that success isn't handed to you. It takes dedication, persistence, and focus. So when it comes to relationships, Rick applies the same philosophy. I'm not someone who takes things lightly, he says. If I'm in a relationship, I'm committed. I don't shy away from the work it takes to build something meaningful. This mindset makes him the type of person who's serious about building something lasting, whether in a professional or personal setting. If you're dating Rick Ness, know that he's not interested in anything casual. He's looking for something real, something that has the potential to stand the test of time. He's a good listener in Rick's world. Leadership requires listening as much as it does taking charge. When he's on a date, he makes sure to return that same attentiveness to his companion. I think the best way to get to know someone is to listen, he says. You can tell a lot about someone when you just let them talk and be themselves. Rick is the kind of guy who will take the time to understand your needs, your thoughts, and your desires. He listens carefully, values what you say, and responds thoughtfully. This makes for a more fulfilling connection, because in the end, being heard is one of the best ways to feel appreciated. No pressure, just fun. While Rick is all about building a real connection, he's not one to put pressure on a first date. He believes that relationships should grow naturally, and trying to force things is never the right approach. First dates are all about fun.